Judith Maria and welcome to SC Global News. From the gruesome violence of Christians from Mozambique, where ISIS militants beheaded 6 Christians, to the exhibition that features a personal Bible belonging to Elvis Presley, we have many stories to cover. In a shocking escalation of violence, at least 9 Christians have been killed in separate attacks by Islamist insurgents in Cabo Delgado province, northern Mozambique. The most brutal attack occurred on July 22nd when Islamic State Mozambique militants captured and beheaded 6 Christians from the village of Noctau in Anacube district. An additional 3 Christians were killed in separate assaults in Chiuri district on July 24th and 25th. International observers are reporting that ISIS-affiliated militants are carrying out brutal attacks on Christians in Central and Southern Africa, with some of the most horrifying incidents occurring in Mozambique. The Middle East Media Research Institute, MEMRI, a counter-terrorism think tank based in Washington, D.C., is warning of what it describes as a silent genocide targeting Christians. The Islamic State Mozambique province has recently released 20 photographs celebrating 4 separate assaults on Christian villages in the Chiuri district located in Mozambique's northern Cabo Delgado province, according to MEMRI. At least 9 Christians in Cabo Delgado province, northern Mozambique, have been killed in multiple attacks by Islamist militants. The deadliest incident occurred on July 22nd when fighters from Islamic State Mozambique captured and beheaded 6 Christians from the village of Natokua in Anacube district. Another 3 Christians were killed in separate attacks in Chiuri districts on July 24th and 25th. Islamic State Mozambique has been leading insurgency in Cabo Delgado since 2017, resulting in the slaughter of thousands of people. MEMRI reported that the photos show ISIS militants attacking villages, setting fires to a church and homes. The images also reportedly depict the beheadings of a member of what the jihadists term infidel militias and 2 Christian civilians. The rampaging militants celebrated the killings, while the photos also displayed the bodies of several members of so-called infidel militias, according to the institute analysis. MEMRI Vice President Alberto Miguel Fernandez told Fox News Digital that what we are witnessing in Africa today is a form of silent genocide, a brutal, savage war happening in the shadows, largely ignored by the international community. The militants have also imposed a demand on Christians to pay a jizya tax, requiring them to show submission to the self-declared caliphate. Islamic State Mozambique is closely linked to the Islamic State Central Africa province, which are behind the massacre of at least 34 Christians during a church service in Northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo on Sunday, July 27th. As violence against Christians intensifies across the African region, international media and organizations remain largely silent. As controversies swirl around the recent arrest of 2 nuns in India, another troubling incident unfolded on Wednesday in the Indian state of Odisha. In the town of Jaleshwar, more than 70 suspected Bajrang Dal activists allegedly assaulted 2 Catholic priests, 2 nuns and a catechist. The right-wing group is accused of falsely charging the clergy with carrying out religious conversions. Amid ongoing controversies surrounding the arrest of 2 nuns in India, a disturbing incident occurred in the Indian state of Odisha on Wednesday when over 70 alleged Bajrang Dal activists attacked 2 Catholic priests, 2 nuns and a catechist in Jaleshwar. The right-wing group reportedly targeted the clergy with false accusations of engaging in religious conversions. The victims include a priest from the Indian state of Kerala, Father Lijo Nirapil, parish priest of Jaleshwar, and Father V. Jojo from Joda parish in the diocese of Balasore. They were visiting the Gangadhar mission station to conduct a mass commemorating the death anniversary of 2 local Christian men. The 2 nuns and the catechist were accompanying the priest during the visit. What began as a peaceful religious observance turned violent when Bajrang Dal activists allegedly intercepted the group, physically assaulting them. According to Catholic Connect, the attackers punched the clergy and confiscated their mobile phones. Shockingly, the violence continued continued even after village women clarified that the priest and their team had been invited for a prayer service. Father Lijo told Catholic Connect, quote, "They kept shouting that we were trying to turn them into Americans, accusing us of forced conversions. They screamed, 'Those BJD days are over. It's BJP rule now. You can't make Christians anymore,' end quote. Police reportedly arrived about 45 minutes after the assault began, but the mob refused to disperse. Both priests sustained injuries during the attack. Meanwhile, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India strongly condemned the violence against the priests and nuns, voicing deep concern over the growing number of attacks on minority communities in BJP-ruled India. K.C. Venugopal, General Secretary of All India Congress Committee, along with MPs Jose K. Mani and Kodikunal Suresh, also criticized the ruling party. The attack in Odisha occurred less than 2 weeks after the controversial arrest of two nuns, Sister Preeti Mary and Sister Vandana Francis, in the Indian state of Chhattisgarh on the charges of human trafficking and forced religious conversion. The nuns were released from Durg jail on August 2nd after a special NIA court granted them bail, ruling that the case was based on a mere suspicion. Spain is setting a precedent for other European countries struggling to preserve their Christian heritage, as the townspeople of a small Spanish town has decided to ban public processions of Muslim religion. The Municipal Council of Jumilla, a town in northeastern Spain, has passed a motion prohibiting religious processions of culture alien to Spain. Vox, the party who supported the motion, said they will do its part to make sure that Spain will remain a Christian country.
As several regions in Europe grapple with the preservation of their national identity, the municipality of Jumilla in southwestern Spain has taken steps to safeguard its Christian heritage by prohibiting the public celebration of the Muslim religion. The local council of Jumilla, led by the Conservative People's Party, has introduced a first-of-its-kind resolution banning religious processions and ceremonies deemed alien to Spanish identity from taking place in public spaces, including gyms and recreational facilities owned by municipal authorities. The order specifically prohibits Muslim religious festivals such as Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha from being held in municipal spaces, including civic centers and sports halls. The motion passed with a two-thirds majority, supported by the Christian Nationalist Party Vox, while left-wing parties voted against it. Vox's national leaders welcomed the decision and commended the parties involved for their role in what they described as a significant measure. The party's social media account on X stated that it would intensify its efforts to ensure that Spain will remain a Christian country and to protect Spaniards from what it criticizes as the invasion of foreign culture. Several Muslim and left-wing political leaders expressed strong opposition to the measure, arguing that it violates Article 16 of the Spanish Constitution, which guarantees freedom of religion. Francesca Lucas of the Regional Socialist Party criticized the decision on X, stating, "The PP violates constitutional values and puts coexistence at risk just to cling to power." Jumilla is a town of approximately 25,000 residents, around 7.5% of whom are of Muslim background, the majority being of Algerian and Tunisian origin. In recent years, certain areas of Spain have experienced social unrest, with protests over crimes allegedly committed by migrants. Recently, residents of Alcalá de Henares organized a large demonstration calling for the closure of a mosque attended by 3 North African men who have previously been convicted of beating a local man to death.
After a period of turbulence in the Church of England, the General Synod appoints Bishop of Monmouth Cherrywan as the Archbishop of Wales, While the Anglicans in England view the appointed as one of its kind, but created fissures with different sections of the Anglican community, Church of Nigeria described the appointment as a departure from the biblical teachings and decided to cut ties with the Church of Wales. After a period of turbulence in the Church of Wales, the current Bishop of Monmouth, Cherry Van, has been appointed as the Church's Archbishop of Wales, making her the first woman to serve as primate in any Episcopal church. Van was selected to the position when 2/3 of Electoral College assented to her appointment as Archbishop of Wales for the next 5 years. Originally from Leicester, Van was one of the first women to be ordained as a priest following the decision of the General Synod to lift the restriction on the ordination of women. Van, who regards herself as trailblazer, has held various positions in the hierarchy of the Church of England, including the Archdeacon in the Diocese of Manchester. She will be replacing Andrew John, who resigned on June 27th after serving as the Archbishop of Wales for 4 years. However, her election as Archbishop of Wales has not been well received in certain quarters of the Anglican Communion worldwide. The primate of the Church of Nigeria, Henry Nudubuku, announced that he is severing ties with the church in Wales following Van's elections. Nudubuku stated that the rationale behind this decision is in belief that the Church of Nigeria cannot continue to maintain communion with a church that has, in its view, departed from the biblical teachings. Meanwhile, a short list of candidates for the next Archbishop of Canterbury has been finalized by the Canterbury Crown Nominations Commissions. The next Archbishop of Canterbury and erstwhile primate of the Church of England will be elected when the church's official electoral college convenes in September. Ghana is observing 3 days of national mourning after a military helicopter crash claimed the lives of 2 senior ministers and 6 others in the Ashanti region. The aircraft was heading to an anti-illegal mining event when it crashed into a dense forest. The country is observing a 3-day national mourning as investigations continue.
8 people, including Ghana's defense and environment ministers, died in a military helicopter crash on Tuesday in the Ashanti region. The Z-9 aircraft was en route from Accra to Obuasi for a campaign on illegal mining when it crashed into a dense forest. The incident claimed the lives of all 5 passengers and 3 crew members. Authorities stated that poor visibility due to fog may have contributed to the air disaster. Locals reported that the aircraft flew unusually low before they heard an explosion. Officials confirmed that an investigation is underway to determine the exact cause. According to BBC News, Defence Minister Edward Omane Bavama and Environment Minister Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed were among the dead. Others who died included a Deputy National Security Coordinator, a party vice chairman, and 3 Ghana Air Force personnel. All 8 victims' bodies reached the capital in coffins draped with the national flag. A solemn ceremony was conducted at the Air Force Base to honor the deceased. Burial plans for the Muslim who died in the tragedy are on hold until identification is complete. President John Dramani Mahama suspended official duties and declared 3 days of national mourning. The Chief of Staff described the helicopter accident as a national tragedy. It is one of the most severe military aviation tragedies in the recent history of the country, with prior Air Force helicopter incidents recorded in 2020 and 2024.
Needham Market Evangelical Church in Suffolk is celebrating its 100th anniversary with a rare Bible exhibition. The exhibition features a personal Bible belonging to Elvis Presley, complete with handwritten notes, on loan from the Museum of the Books. The exhibition also showcases rare editions from the religious past of the country, including a chain Bible dating back to the reign of King Henry VII.
A centenary exhibition at Needham Market Evangelical Church in Suffolk is displaying rare and historic Bibles, including the personal Bible of Elvis Presley, according to the BBC News. As part of its 100th anniversary observance, the church is hosting the display through Friday. According to Pastor Gary Stevens, the scripture once owned by the musician arrived on Tuesday from the Museum of the Book in London. He was brought up in a deeply religious Christian family, had written personal reflections in the Holy Book gifted to him by his uncle and aunt in 1957. Stevens said the singer had written under Psalm 11 that he had placed his trust in the Lord and believed he would guide him. Other exhibits include a rare 16th century edition, once chained to a pulpit during King Henry VIII's reign to prevent theft. The edition reflects the turbulent era that saw William Tyndale put to death for translating the Bible into English. Visitors can explore sacred texts and their historical impact in the exhibition. The BBC described the exhibit as a compelling fusion of sacred heritage and rock legacy.
That's all for today. Until we meet again, God bless and thank you.